The Slow Walker Video Productions is pleased to present the TSW Gear List. The TSW Gear List is a tool I use to help me make sure I have the right gear for hikes and backpacking treks of various durations. It assists me in fulfilling goals and objectives for my outdoor adventures, primarily to be safe, to have fun, and to be a responsible and productive outdoor enthusiast. Provided on the first page are recommendations and suggestions for different adventure levels. This gear list is custom tailored for me, but similar considerations may be common with other adventurers. Others who may use this format can include considerations specific to themselves. The topmost section covers items to be considered for all hikes, treks, and even camps. Often, items listed here are omitted when not needed. The items in the top left corner are more requirements than recommendations. One of my dreams is that soon I will retire and no longer have to take along with me a work phone and a list of emergency contacts and information. Some have asked me why I take a space blanket. That is in case I or someone I meet along the trail is injured and needs to be treated for shock. I can also use it for signaling for help. It's very reflective. It can also be used to provide shelter for injured persons waiting for emergency crews to evacuate them. The first aid kit includes maintenance medications for health conditions I have. The items in the top middle section are priority recommendations. The poncho can be used similarly to the space blanket, and I take it on some adventures even when no rain is forecast. A headlight or flashlight are useful or even required for exploring some caves, tunnels, or underground or enclosed structures found along some trails. The items in the top right section contain some things that are needful when geocaching is one of my goals. My camp chair is a 2-foot by 2-foot blue tarp that can be used when ground is muddy or wet. The next section below is a short list of what I will be carrying my gear in, as well as options for carrying water on hikes between 1 to 5 miles. The section below that represents gear for hikes from 6 to 15 miles. A shelter system might be considered if rain is expected, or even on sunny days to provide a comfortable lunch. For hikes more than 15 miles, conditions may occur that include hot meals or even the potential for a night on the trail. A camp recliner is a piece of blue tarp that replaces my camp chair. It is about 2.5 by 5 feet long and can be unfolded to simulate my camp chair, or additional length can be utilized to provide a comfortable cooking area. Its full length can be used to lie down on and stretch out with my feet or boots not on its surface. A longer 2.5 by 8 foot piece can be used for similar use and act as a ground cloth for sleeping bag or bivvy. I often use this setup when camping in a tarp shelter. Because of poor circulation in my feet, they get cold very easily. So, sleep socks are a priority when camping and are emphasized here as well as listed in another area. Other adventurers might have similar needs, for example, pillows for additional back support or neck support, gloves for warmth, teddy bears for, my pillow oftentimes looks like a clean t-shirt stuffed with other clothes or soft gear, although I'm thinking about getting a lightweight inflatable pillow. Pre-event procedures are listed as well. The next page contains an area to list other needed equipment and supplies. For example, when I do trail maintenance, I bring along a pruning saw and/or a machete. If I am helping scouts fulfill advancement requirements, I bring a list of those requirements to list what the scouts have achieved or may need to complete on a later hike or trek. If the camp is long enough, I may need to bring a battery to charge my phone/camera. If I'm going to do snorkeling, I need to list my diving mask and snorkel. Kitchen equipment here is listed, but only the ones I need are brought. There is also room to add other equipment like a 2-egg carrier. If no meals need to be cooked, then no kitchen equipment may be needed, and you can eliminate this table altogether. When shelter is needed, which one or ones will I use? If a tent, then I need to specify my one-person or my two-person tent. A bivvy can be used as a shelter on its own or in conjunction with a tarp, or as part of a sleep system inside a tent. When a bivvy is used on its own, I generally take along a ground cloth, one of my recliners. Page 3 has an area where additional clothing can be selected. Quantities may change depending on duration of the adventure. Sleeping dry means sleeping comfortable. So especially on wet camps or treks, I make sure I have dry clothes to sleep in. Of course, if I won't be swimming, I don't bring swim shorts. Menus for meals can also be listed. Here is a provision for up to 6 days of meals. Typically for me, breakfast on day 1 is at home, and dinner on the last day is usually at home as well. L stands for lunch, D stands for dinner, B stands for breakfast, S stands for snacks. Okay, 5 different types of snacks may seem like a lot, but a variety over 6 days is nice. Page 4 reminds me of procedures I should follow while on my adventures, and also a log that I can record landmarks, trail features, campsites, etc. When marking one of these on my GPS, I assign it a waypoint name and or number. Pages 5 and 6 are used if I take my GPS along with me to record performance that, along with a waypoint log or other notes, may indicate trail difficulty or the potential for photography, artwork, bird watching, or areas where service projects were done or are needed. On pages 2 through 6, I shorten or eliminate tables to match the adventure I will be going on, but generally keep page 1 in its entirety to circle those things I should have brought or cross out things that I should have left home. If printed single-sided, you can use the back for notes. If printed double-sided, less bulk is required for packing. I hope this tool is of some use to you or inspires you to build a gear list of your own. Checklists, when properly used, can be safety devices to make sure you bring what you need to be safe, comfortable, and be prepared to help others. The Slow Walker wishes you happy adventuring. Be safe, follow leave no trace principles, area rules, and be prepared.